Hello, welcome to the Wrestling Fro Observer newsletter. I am your host, Fro Meltzer. Today we're going to be talking about the WrestleMania 40 card and our prediction. This is for Saturday Night 1. I don't know how accurate the placement is for all these matches, but we're going to start here from, it says Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos and Dominic. Now, when this match was requested and then announced, there was a segment and it had LWO face-to-face with Legado del Fantasma, and I thought that's what it was going to be, like a four-way, three-way match, or four-way, I guess, with Dominic. But then they just kind of made it Santos and Dominic against Rey and Dragon Lee. It is a little strange. They could have used Carlito. Carlito has not had a good showcase since he's been back. He's just kind of been around. I don't know if that's like by a choice or just by creative being kind of poopy with him. But I don't know. I really don't care, to be honest. This match kind of doesn't really mean much to me. I do, since we're getting Rey versus Dom kind of again, I would like Dominic to win since he lost to Rey. Since that match, Dominic is super popular, super over, so I think he deserves it. He's been doing some good work. This seems also another kind of thrown together match here, the Bianca Belair, Naomi and Jade versus Damage Control. I think it's gonna be a great match, and it's good to give Jade Cargill this showcase on WrestleMania against people that are gonna make her look good, because to be honest, I haven't really seen a Jade Cargill match I like. It just feels really thrown together for me. Bianca had problems with Damage Control, but that was a while ago, and it was kind of forgotten about, and then kind of restarted again with the Bayley stuff. Naomi kind of thrown in there. Jade really thrown in there. They had like one interaction, but that was it. We gotta look past that, I think, because it's gonna be a good match. And I think it's gonna be, there's no way that they're gonna have Jade will lose, so it's gonna be Bianca, Naomi, and Jade beating Damage Control. Now, this six-pack ladder match, I like all the teams. I really don't like multi-team tag matches. I think they're really kind of weird. And especially since this is going to be a ladder match, they're going to be literally all over the place and everywhere. And, I'm thinking Awesome Truth, to be honest. I don't really think any other team has momentum. DIY would be cool. I mean, New Day, to be honest, not really. I'm kind of over it, and I don't feel like they're really doing the work to showcase it. It could be make people upset with that one. New Catch Republic's cool. I just don't think they have the momentum. And A-Town Down, I feel like it was kind of thrown in. I think they went against Street Profits, right? I wish they would have been in instead. Jay versus Jimmy. And if they do split the titles, because I've seen that rumor, I'll go back to the tag match here. If they do split the titles, I'm thinking and I want Judgment Day to keep probably the Raw and Awesome Truth to get the SmackDown titles. And the rumor has always been that they're going to split the titles. But Michael Cole said something interesting on commentary. He said like the match ends when both sets of titles have been taken down. Like, he said it in a way that I was like, oh, this is very like, I feel like it was kind of hinting at something. Maybe not, but, and I didn't really probably help describe it the way it needed to be. But anyways, so yeah, Judgment Day and Awesome Truth could be the winners. If it's one winner, probably Awesome Truth. Jay versus Jimmy, it sucks. I feel like Jimmy has not really like shined, but I don't think that this is going to be the time where he does. I'm going to go Jay. It'd be cool for some Rikishi involvement. I've seen that all over the place, but I don't know. Nothing's like happened to show that it might happen, but we still got SmackDown left, so we'll maybe, but I doubt it. But yeah, I think Jay. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. I think Gunther is going to win. I don't think Sami Zayn really has any momentum. He doesn't really need it. The time for him to win a title was last year, and he didn't. So maybe they'll give it to him because of that. But I think in terms of the story and stuff, I don't think he should. Someone else should. I think someone with more momentum should come up and take it. Someone less, Sami Zayn, he's been there for a long time. I think it should be someone new. And then the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. I think it's going to be Rhea. I'm hoping if Roman loses this title, I'm hoping that they really focus on Rhea as like a top talent, because I feel like they're very similar, Rhea and Roman, dominant heel champions, but Rhea hasn't really done too much. She's had some okay feuds, but like just do what they did with Roman at the beginning. Just keep throwing people at her for her to beat. I just feel like she's had it for a long time and she wins, but I just feel like there's nothing there that's made it like her feel like a super crazy dominant champ. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But anyways, so the main event, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth. And apparently you're not allowed to mention that without saying it's the biggest tag team match of all time. I think it'd be too easy if Cody and Seth won. They're really trying to push Cody specifically, and also Seth has been through a lot to get to this point for the title win. So I don't think they're gonna have Cody get the easy route and winning and then having no bloodline interference in the title match. So, of course, I'm picking Rock and Roman. I think we're going to have a Drew McIntyre interference. It would be cool. I don't think it's happening if we had another Anoa'i Fatu family interference. I really want to see Jacob Fatu. I think he'd be the next one, because I don't think Zilla's probably going to be... If he goes anywhere first, it'll be NXT. I think it's going to be Rock and Roman beating Cody and on night 2, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus Final Testament. And I will tell you, I don't care one bit about this. It has not really... I don't know, the build's been kind of weird, and I feel like Montez and Angelo really should be doing a lot more. I think, honestly, in terms of watching them in the ring, I think I enjoy watching Street Profits more than pretty much all the teams. And I think you could probably give them a title and make it interesting, make them... What they should have been was what Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits should have been, like a dominant faction, a dominant heel faction. But then they're feuding with a team that basically is what they should have been, because I feel like the Final Testament is that supposed to be like a dominant heel faction, but I feel like they're both kind of the same thing, just different people in a way. Obviously, Ford and Dawkins are different built than the Authors of Pain, but like I feel like the idea is still the same. So I don't know. I don't really care. I think it's gonna be Lashley and the Profits. If I had to pick, I'd pick them. Final Testament, I care about even less. I feel like Bobby Lashley and Street Profits have potential. I feel like they just shouldn't be they shouldn't be faces. But anyways, the next match will be LA Knight versus AJ Styles. The build has been fun. Feels kind of I don't know, feels kind of out of place. But I think it's going to be a really good match. LA Knight deserves to be in the United States Championship match. But I think it's going to be a great match. These two are good. Hopefully this is like the final stop for LA Knight before he's a contender. I mean, if he does this and he wins, which I think he's going to, he deserves to be a contender. So LA Knight beats AJ Styles. And the United States Championship triple threat, Logan Paul versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I think Logan Paul. I really don't have a reason why. It just feels right. I don't know. I think out of the three of them, he's got like the most story that can come out of it. Continuing to hold the title. So I pick Logan Paul. The Women's Championship, Io Sky versus Bayley. Good story. One thing I feel, and I hear everyone saying it's going to be Bayley, and I have a feeling it's going to be. But I want Io Sky to keep it longer. It's just, I have the same thing with Io that I do with Rhea. Io's a great wrestler, and we need to see her in more, do more with it. I'm trying to think of like Io's stories since she's had the belt, and I can't think of any. I just don't think, I think she has so much she can do because she's a great wrestler. And she's got Damage Control on her side to kind of help her with the storytelling aspect. You got the Dakota to do promos and things like that. So, and I think it's going to be a pretty bad, overall, I think it's going to be a pretty bad weekend for Damage Control. They're going to lose probably both their matches, and I just think Io should hold the belt. I think they're going to give it to Bayley, but it could be a surprise and Io wins. Seth Rollins versus Drew with CM Punk on commentary. I don't know, it's weird because maybe Punk doesn't get involved. He just stays a commentator. I don't really know who he would help in this. Situation. There's really, because, I mean, maybe he helps Drew, because then if he helps Drew, he can then fight him once he's better, and he can get, I feel like out of the two of them at the moment, he probably hates Drew the most. So I'd say probably Drew wins, and without CM Punk's involvement, I would think Drew wins. What I really want, I think it would be cool, especially because Damian Priest has had the Money in the Bank. This is the time Drew finally gets his moment. He wins on a big stage. He wins his title, and then you hear Damian Priest music come. Him and Judgment Day start running to the ring, beat the crap out of Drew. So Drew just had this match. He gets the hell beaten out of him, and then Damian cashes in the briefcase, pins him, wins the championship. So he takes away Drew's title. You have a story right there, Drew versus Priest. The only problem is we would lose that CM Punk Drew story. But I think it's so perfect for Drew to lose that title right when he gets that moment. Maybe you could have Drew beat Priest again later down the line, and then he takes, so he can do that one-on-one with Punk, and I think we both win. The only problem is you do kind of take away that moment from Drew. But I think the story is so good. I think it's so good. He's a heel, so you gotta take that away from him. And Damage Control, Judgment Day are kind of in the middle between they're tweeners basically. They're heels, but they're pretty cool. Everyone likes them except for Dom, of course. Fuck Dom. And JD, he's a little weird, but Priest and Balor are cool. And the main event probably gonna be under Judgment Day rules. Judgment Day, I can't get my factions correct. Under Bloodline rules, if my prediction for Saturday is correct. So it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. I think we're going to get Jimmy, Solo, Paul's probably going to do something. Rock's probably going to start whipping people with his belt. We're going to have Seth. We're going to have Jay. We're going to have Sammy. I'm sure there'll be other people. I've been hearing rumors about Rock and Austin and Cena. I don't really think that's going to happen. And if it does, I'll be like, why? I'll be like, yeah, okay, why? Of course, I'll be excited because they're there, though. But, in terms of story, I'll be like, okay, it doesn't really make sense, but I'll take it. But I think Cody's going to win. If Cody does not win, I don't know what they're going to do. They could probably do Rock and Roman later, right down the line. But I feel like they could do that without the title too. So I don't know. But I really can't think of the future with it. But last year I couldn't think of the future of Cody losing. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. I've actually really enjoyed this, and I think we were in for a better ride since he lost, except for that day was a heartbreak and a half. But that's gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.